Good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to the channel. This is Beyond Authentic Witchcraft, as you can see, and it is Halloween. It is spooky season. It is a Tarot Tuesday, but more importantly, it's the channel's first proper giveaway, and we're doing this for a couple of reasons. One is because we did finally hit that 1,000 subscriber, and we have now got the first stage of monetization. So that's why I've decided to do a giveaway for Halloween. So if you are here, it means that obviously you are wanting to take part. Now, I will be doing some tarot readings. I'm going to take the hat off in a bit. I mean, it's a rather fabulous hat, isn't it? But I can't stick with the hat all night. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Samhain blessings to you all. Yes, thank you very much, Nanette. Good evening to Ed. Good evening, Crystal Rose. Thank you. I will show you the picture. In fact, I'll show you the photo. So I was going to wear a Halloween outfit, right? A costume. And I thought I would be the scariest person that I could possibly watch, or that I could possibly be, right? The scariest thing that I could imagine. Hang on, where is it? Here, look, there we go. You see that? See that? See that? That is a normie going to Slimming World. Tin of chickpeas and bright, colourful outfits. No, thank you. No, thank you. Not a hint of gothiness, not a witchy moment in sight. That is what I was going to go out as. But to be honest with you, I said to Rufus just burst out laughing when I came out, and I was like, this is what I'm wearing. He was just like, he couldn't believe I'd done it. Couldn't believe I owned those tops, that top and that skirt. But then he also basically went, no, it's really not you. And I was like, what? Don't I look good? And he went, no, you really don't look good. No, it's really not you. So my lovely, lovely, lovely husband basically understands and gets my witchy side. So I'm dead happy with that, because I thought for a second he might go, oh, you look really nice, you should wear that more often. Thank God he didn't. Could you imagine? Anyway, good evening to everybody. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to for all those of us. Thank you to those of you joining us here. Holland's here. Thank you, Holland. Neil can't be here today. Neil is actually really poorly. He's poorly is Neil. So we'll send Neil our best. And in fact, do I have any more green candles left? I should have plenty, she says. Of course. Oh, do you like the backdrop as well? I thought I would, change it up for the season, because obviously it is Samhain. So what is Samhain? Let's have a quick computer stop. Before we delve into the tarot and that today and the giveaway, right, I've got nowhere to put the candle. I'll tell you what, I'll just put it there. There we go. There we go. A healing candle for Neil and anybody else who is in need of healing energy at the moment. So yes, the backdrop's good, isn't it? Lots of bones. I was like, bones. But I've got to say, none of the bones are real. I do have real bones, but they're up here, not in here. And they're not human bones. They're just all sorts of dead things and weird things and things. But anyway, hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm trying to keep the microphone a bit further away this time. I do have the Trick or Treat Tarot. We're going to do that deck today. And also I've got the Fifth Spirit Tarot on standby as well, just in case. Let me get the Trick or Treat Tarot out, by the way. So yes, and I've got to tell you all, unfortunately, I also have a really poorly ratty today. Bluey, who he's actually just here at the very bottom of the cage, is very poorly. We don't know what's happened. He's lost a bunch of weight very quickly, and just seems to be not eating off his food, doesn't know where the water bottle is. So I don't know whether he's had a bit of a stroke. It looks like he's had a stroke. So there's nothing anybody can do. It's the only thing that would happen if we took him to the vet is that he would be put down. I'm going to get some cat milk tomorrow morning and feed him with a syringe, and he might pull through, but we've seen it before with ratties, unfortunately. And you know, it's just one of those things, unfortunately. So yeah, we'll light the green candle for Mr. Bluey as well. Anywho, oh, giveaway details. Do you want to know what we've got on the giveaway options for today? There's 3 prizes, things that you can win, and we'll do it throughout the evening. So I guess we'll go with the most, I tell you what, we'll go with the most normie one, right? So the most normie one. So this lovely pink and purple bag, which if those of you that are new to the channel, pink and purple, this is my favorite color scheme, right? It's not black for eyeshadow, pink and purple, amazing. So we've got a lovely Happy Halloween bag, and in here, courtesy of Neil, we've got the Modern Witch jigsaw puzzle. So it's on brand, but it isn't too witchy. So if you're just here for a reading and you're not actually into witchy stuff, then we've got this. So it's an interesting jigsaw puzzle based on the Modern Witch Tarot collection, as you can see. So it's a nice jigsaw puzzle, I assume. I haven't opened it. And then I've also got, so all of the items you can get today in the giveaway are all witchy based, okay, but not, this is the witchy light bag. So they're your favorite colors as well, Crystal Rose. Good evening, Reese. I hope you're well. You've got 2 deer skulls, real ones, but other than that you have fake bones. But you live in a country where there's like deer are just around the road. You just drive down the road and there's a deer just falling dead by the side of the road or something. So yeah, so that's, I can understand that. Whereas over here, the deers are running off in forests and things, and you don't see them for love nor money. Good evening to Flower Beauty as well. So as well as that, I've got 2 issues of the Necronomicon, the really big, important 50th issue special one, and the Halloween special that Neil's done, all about the Halloween films. So if you like that sort of thing, good evening, Belinda, that's included as well. And also, I've got one of the Witch Casket art prints. I've got an art print that's come from Blue Chalice. So it's got all the elemental colors on it, earth, air, fire, water. So if you're not too witchy, this is just, it can go in your, in a frame on the wall, something like, you know. I've got, good evening, Shivani. I've got a little notebook, because if you are a little bit witchy, you always need notebooks. There's a Witch Casket blend, tea blend thing, and also from Blue Chalice. Again, some of these items I bought, some of these items were gifted to me from Blue Chalice and Necronomicon, the 2 channels that with obviously you've heard me promote them before. They're amazing little Etsy businesses run by people that I absolutely adore. So that's why I promote them all the time. So from Blue Chalice and Holland's other one, we've got a few little bits here as well. So there's a lovely love heart hanging thing, which is really pretty with a rainbow on. And we've got a mushroom sticker. And there's also... I've got a moon key ring, a goddess image in purple and one in blue, and a little sticker as well in a nice pouch. So yes, a little pouch as well, and a sort of rainbowy fridge magnet. So there's lots of really nice items in this one, right? So this is what I'm calling the Witchy Light giveaway. Okay, so it's got a little bit of witchy items in, nothing too major. So this will be the Witchy Light giveaway. Hang on, and let me put it all back in the bags. So that gives you an idea of what there is. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, I'm excited about this one tonight. Oops, hang on, there we go. So that's the Witchy Light one in the purple and the pink. And then hang on, I've just moved my cloth. I've got a new altar cloth as well. I know, right? I've got a tarot one and a not witchy light one, a witchy one. So the witchy one is like this. It says "Stay Spooky" in a lovely little black bag. And no, sorry, this is the tarot one, right? So the tarot little thing has a tarot journal from the Total Tarot collection. So it's a little tarot journal with a depiction of the priestess on there. It's got the Halloween, because everybody gets a Halloween copy of the Necronomicon. That's issue 51. The art print from Blue Chalice, because everybody gets something from both of those two businesses. And we've got one of the monthly meditation prints, but also included in this, oops, hang on, I've just knocked my cards over, is the Essential Tarot book and card set. So this is actually quite a nice set. It's got the what's it called, Hanson Roberts tarot deck, which is a deck that I think I've got a couple of copies of. This one, so there's a little tarot deck and a book, and it teaches you everything you need to know about tarot if you want to learn it yourself. You've got the journal in there. And with this one, I'm also going to say that if you would like to have a like a one-to-one chat, then I will make it available so that we can have a one-to-one chat a little bit further down the line. If you win this and you want to go over some questions, or you want to ask how I read or what the differences are, then we'll arrange that as well. Okay, so that's like a tarot giveaway. And then for the witchy one, I've got another black bag. I know, right? Look at all these bags. We've got another one. This one says spooky season, because, you know, it's a season now. And we've got all sorts of bits in here. So there's the make your own incense stuff from Witch Casket. I've got a key ring from Witch Casket, a tea blend from Witch Casket, from Necronomicon, again, issue 50 and issue 51, because issue 50 has got Evil Dead. Issue 51 is the Halloween special. From, again, Witch Casket meditation mindfulness print. I've got some incense from Witch Casket. And also, I've got an art print, the seasonal elemental art print from Blue Chalice Arts. And then I got another little bag from Blue Chalice Arts, and this has got in it, hang on, it's similar items but different. In this one, I've got this lovely witchy hanging. It's a bag hanging. Computer, cancel alarms. There we go. So it's a little keyring bag charm, and it's got the triquetra on it, some moons, pentagrams, all sorts of things. It's absolutely lovely. I've got a green goddess, some stickers on there as well, and there is a key ring somewhere. Is that in there? No, there's a key ring somewhere else to go with that, with, again, I think another moon charm on it. And so that's from Blue Chalice. And again, some of these items were paid for, some of these items were donated. And then there's also a set of pens and a Hocus Pocus spell book, just an empty notebook, but it's got Hocus Pocus on it. And I thought that was really cool. And a random, this is my cauldron, by the way. This is my actual cauldron. And I've got a random tub or cauldron full of the Witch Casket spell kits. So if you want, you can have one of those chucked in as well. So we've got a tarot kit, a witchy kit, and a sort of in-betweeny tarot light if you're not really into all of that, but you want to play along and you want some goodies. So that is what we are giving away on the channel today. And there's also the Witch Casket Gratitude Pebble. It's made of wood. And if you don't want that, then tough, you've got to have it, because I don't know what it's for. So yes, so there you go. There's all sorts of everything, tea blends, books, all sorts in there. And we'll get on to the giveaways very, very soon. It's going to be a very simple thing. We're going to do 3 giveaways throughout the evening. You've got to be, you'll have all of them, Nanette. Thank you for that, my darling. You've got to be here when we do them, and it will literally be, I will write down, oh, I need a piece of paper. I will write down a number and we'll put it into the live chat, and whoever gets closest to that number wins that particular item. And then all you've got to do is send me your details on Instagram. That's the one. I forgot what it was called then. my brain doesn't work. Instagram or on Facebook, just send me your information and I will get that sent out to you. They are worldwide, I believe. I don't think there's anything that's restricted in those, so they will be open worldwide. And so, yes, the pebbles to throw at someone who pisses you off. I know you're really grateful for Witch Casket for giving us the pebble. Yes, indeed. That's a good idea, actually. So that is the giveaway for the channel, to thank everybody for being so amazing, supporting the channel for so long, and generally being just such an amazing, lovely bunch of people. So what we're going to do, I'm going to start with some tarot readings. I've got a different cloth layout today because I decided to get a new cloth for the evening. And we're going to start on the Trick or Treat Tarot deck. So, thank you, Crystal Rose. I'm glad everybody likes the items that we've sort of got. I reckon between all three of them, it's over £100 easily. So yes, there we go. Right then. So if you would like a tarot reading, I tell you what, we'll do the first draw. It will be in this next 30 minutes or so. Okay, so hold on. If you're here for the draw, if you're just here for the giveaway, great, fantastic. I don't mind. Hold on. That will be done within about half an hour. If you are here for tarot readings, this is how you get a reading. So all you need to do is send your question via super chat, not Snapchat, Lisa. It's not Snapchat. Send your question via super chat. That will automatically guarantee that you will get a reading up next. It can be any amount at all. That will automatically come through. If, however, you would like to throw your hat in the ring and put your name in the hat, lots of other things to do with hats today. But if you would like to do that, you can also go ahead and put your question into the live chat, starting with the word question, and I will pull one of those at random. Now, as always, you do make all of your own decisions about your own life. Tarot is for entertainment purposes only, and tarot should never replace medical advice, legal advice, financial advice, or counseling advice. If you're looking for support in those areas, do please seek out professionals in those areas. I am not a professional, but go ahead, put those details into the live chat. And just in case you are new here, here's another little handy dandy video just telling you what I just said, pretty much. Yes, indeed. What will your cards say? Let's have a little look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Right, I've got, how many questions have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like I've got 4 questions in. Oh, Crystal Rose, you're lovely. We love you too. Thank you very much. Oh, don't cackle when I'm dressed like this. Do you know what? Right. I went to Slimming World dressed like this, and I went to, apart from the hat, and we went to Lidl's afterwards because we needed some yogurt. And you should have seen, there was like some kids dressed up for Halloween costumes, and there's me traipsing around Lidl all in black with my dark makeup on, my gothy earrings on, all dressed in black apart from my black and white Crocs, which have all got witch charm gibbets on. So I'm walking around, and then literally you can see these kids like, is that a real witch? And I was like, yes, it is. Yes. Hello, yes, I am. So yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. But anyway, right, let's have a look. So I am going to scroll with the doodah thing. I'm going to scrolly uppy downy, and at least I would if it worked. There we go. It's because I wasn't in the right place. There we go. So then if you want a reading, if you put your name in, we are going to go with Belinda Jane Harris. Question: what does your future have in store? Let's have a look. Right then, we'll come to that just about now. So I need to bring the other camera in. Belinda, don't forget, if you're not Belinda, that's what I'm trying to say, and you would like a reading, hang on in there for a few minutes, because we'll do Belinda's reading and then we will get some more going as well. So hang on in there. select and copy your question, and we'll get to that one. Well, we'll have another round coming up very soon. That's what I'm trying to say. Right then, let's position this with the new cloth. Excuse me, I've got my actual working wand, my actual working, that's actually technically my bowline. And you've heard me talk about this many times before. This is the athame that Wayne, my friend who passed away, that made me, that he wanted to replace. It was made as a training piece, and I refused to ever let him basically, I didn't want a perfect one, because this has got lots of little imperfections and nicks and things, if you look there, and little bits that are not perfect, but it is perfectly imperfect. That is why I love it so much. So yes, there we go. So then let's have a look. And the brand new cards, so these are the Trick or Treat tarot deck. So it's bright and colorful. Oopsie. So let's see. Right then, Wispy, good evening. Good evening, Wispy. So we are doing a reading for Belinda Jane Harris, and Belinda Jane Harris would like to know what does her future have in store. So what is in store in Belinda's future? Let's have a look. I forgot just how shiny these cards were compared to my usual ones. Oh, there we go. Oops. Rabina Sahant is here. I've just seen, which also reminds me. Good evening, Rabina. Also reminds me I've got to come off of that screen. There we go. That makes life easier. So then, why does the alarms keep going off? Computer, cancel all alarms.
Cancelling all your alarms.
Thank you. Don't know why. Don't know why it took so
long.
You're
welcome.
Right then, let's have a little look. See, so in the you want to know what the future's got in store. So we'll do the situation. The situation will do, this is where you are, some obstacles coming and ways to overcome those obstacles when they appear. So then we've got, if I zoom in a little bit better, there you go. We've got the Three of Pentacles coming up as a situation. We've got the Two of Wands reversed coming up as an obstacle. And hang on, no, I flipped that one. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune coming up as the way to overcome that obstacle. Oh, and I've got cards that are so shiny they're not staying put. Hang on, let me move my bowline out the way. I know what you're all going to say, but Lisa, I thought you've said you're not Wiccan, so why have you got a bowline? It's just a knife. It's just a blade. Right then, so in the situation that we've got currently, so we've got the Three of Pentacles. Now, obviously, this is a spooky themed deck, but for me, the threes are talking all about building something onwards, building something for the future. Now, this is reversed, which is saying there's an obstacle here somewhere. So something that you are trying to work on, bearing in mind this is Pentacles, so it's career, work, finances mainly, something you are trying to work on, a project or a task that you are bringing in other people to help with is not going according to plan. So whatever that is, whatever's actually happening, there's something going on in that people are, how can I put it? The people around you are not helping solve that issue. Does that make sense? Excuse me. So it's like the not the underlings, but it's like the people that you've included, the people that are supposed to be helping are actually being a bit more of a pain in the ass than they would be. I mean, you can literally see on this card we've got these three kids with the scarecrow, which is great, but you know, yes, they're helping out the farmer dressed as a vampire, but are they actually helping? Isn't it easier sometimes just to do it on your own? You know what I mean? And that's what that card's giving. Now, in the obstacle, we've got the Two of Wands. Now, this was reversed. Now, obviously, in this case, we've got a zombie with brains. But The twos for me are talking about friendships, couples, people coming together to work as a partnership, basically. Now, when you've got the wands, we're talking about your confidence. So there is something here about the people that you've included in this task, or the people that you're trying to rely on, I think are not proving very reliable, because it's like you can't yeah, well, you can't rely on them, can you? But you can't, oh, it's not so much that you can't trust them, it's just that I mean, the fact that this person's got no brains, and this is coming up with not only the scarecrow, but also with the kids that are kind of meddling, it almost feels like this is really linked, and it almost feels like Wispy knows what he's doing. So it does feel like there is this element of the trust that you need to be able to say, look, I'll just leave you to get on with the jobs. Everything's fine. I'll leave you to get on with it. I'll check back in later. It's like that isn't there. You're having to micromanage this situation. So whatever it is that's coming up, or whatever it is that this is relating to, again, this goes in towards the next, I would say, few weeks. I don't think this is a one and done. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm coughing. But it does feel like this isn't a one and done situation here, and that there's more for you to, like, this is an ongoing project somehow. And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune that comes in. Now, obviously, in this card, or in this deck, sorry, the Wheel of Fortune is made out to look like Morpheus from that film, The Matrix. But you've got risk and reward, literally, with the red or the blue pills, but the sweets in this case. And normally with the Wheel of Fortune, you do have this element of spin the wheel, see what comes up. And the thing with this is that there is always risk and reward. Is it worth it? As Neo, I'm not very good with my pop culture knowledge, but as Neo found out, if you take one of the pills, you will be kicked out of everything you know, and your entire life will turn upside down. However, you could keep a very boring, basic life and just live unknowingly. And so this is kind of what this card is saying. It's like there are lots of rewards, but also lots of risks involved coming up. So whatever this is, I think this managing these people, I think it's something you're going to have to really, really keep an eye on, because I've got this feeling that the first time you say to someone, okay, well, you go and do that, I'll be back, it's like, okay, what happened? Why is the floor flooded? Why is the ceiling collapsed? Why is, you know what I mean? It's got that sort of vibe to it. Anyway, Belinda, I hope that kind of helps. I really do. I'm going to do the doodahs and swap cameras. But yeah, I hope that helps. I don't know quite what, excuse me, I don't know quite what this project or this venture is referring to, but hopefully you can take that. Oh, hang on. What's that? Oh, yes, spot on. Yay! My two sisters and I are sorting your mum's house after she recently passed. Older sister is the pain in the ass. At the end, there is inheritance. Right, risk and reward. Risk and reward. Bear in mind with this, there will be upheavals, because you always get that. But there may also be this element of, like, why do I want to say that one of them's going to, like, nick a bit of jewelry or nick something that's actually got some value? Not because they think it's worth money, but because they think they deserve it. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like, well, I did this, so therefore I should get the pearl necklace. I mean, well, you know, not in that way, but, you know, if you want. But you know what I mean? It's like there's something there where you're like, oh, well, I get to keep this then. Well, no, it doesn't work that way. So you just keep an eye on that. But anyway, thank you. I'm glad you could take that reading. And thank you ever so much for your question. Let's have a look. Janice Kath, good evening, Janice. Reese, the wheel keeps on turning, rolling, rolling, rolling. I don't know what you were singing, but that's in my head. Big wheel keep on turning, proud Mary keep on rolling. I forgot the words. I know she's dead, isn't she? Oh, I'm so sad. Oh, you didn't want your, no, I said computer, not, I can't say the A word because it turns everybody else's off. Right then, shall we have another reading? Shall we have another tarot reading? Shall we open up a round? Right then, we're going to open up a round. So how do you get a reading on this channel? Two ways. Hang on, there's also an earring back. You know, when you get a pair of earrings and you get the little rubber thing, there's one of those on in between the cloth and the desk. So I kept feeling it with my fingers. Anyway, go ahead and pop your question into the live chat. We are, I will then grab one of those at random and go through that for you. Or if you want to guarantee your reading is next, rather than, you know, having 1 out of 12 or however many questions we get in chance, then go ahead and send it as a super chat, and I will read that one first. Okay, so that's how you do it. Put it into the live chat, starting with the word question, or send it as a super chat to guarantee you are up next. Don't forget, if you aren't chosen at random, then do please select and paste your question when I open another round. Just in case you've missed that, I'm going to play this. Well, I'm going to play you a little video reminder after the news.
YouTube tarot reader Lisa Lee has been found using bad language during her twice-weekly live streams. In a shocking turn of events, it has also been discovered that she will not tell you what you want to hear, only what you need to know. The internet is in collective shock that authenticity is alive and well in this corner of the YouTube meta space. Do not watch if you are easily offended.
Okay, there we go. Right then, let's have a look at the live chat. Hang on. I've just realized I haven't got the buy me a coffee on the right dashboard page either. There we go. So then let's have a look. Has anything come in via the super chats? Yes, they have. Oh no, it hasn't. Sorry, that's me. Because I just clicked on Belinda's one from before. So then I've got your questions in. I'm going to go up and down here and grab one of these at random with the jog wheel. I've been reliably told it's actually called a jog wheel. So yeah, here we go then, and we're going with this one. Hang on. Tonya Fallon. Do I need my glasses? No. Tonya Fallon. Hang on. Let me star it and stick it in the other thing. I think you might be a new subscriber, my love. Good evening and welcome to you. I don't normally wear a hat. I do normally look like this though. Tonya, will I get a promotion at work in November? Just tired of the same thing, sorry, and need a change. Okie dokie. I really do need to get some glasses, you know, some more glasses, some glasses that are actually my prescription. Would probably help. Right then, let's have a look. And we are going to this and swapping the cameras over. Right then, cleanse the space with the old bell. Hang on, hold on. Let's drop down even further than I wanted it to. Look. So there we go. There we go. Is that about right? That's about right, isn't it? So there we go. Right then, will I get a promotion at work? So Wispy, Tonya Fallon, who I believe is a new subscriber to the channel, would like to know, will they get a promotion at work in November? So a very specific timescale within the next month. Just tired of the same thing and need a change. Let's have a look for you. Right then, Wispy, one last time around. There we go. 4. I do like this deck. I know I think I said I liked it when I did the review. I'm still a bit funny about the really glossy ones, because you can see when they drop, they slide, and they slide a little too easily. But I'm hoping as we sorry, what's your question? So it will be the where you are, what you need to know, and the opportunity. So where you are, what you need to know, and the opportunity. Yeah, they're just a little bit slidey, so just have to bear that in mind. Right then, so where you are now, we've got the King of Swords. Okay, so then will you get a promotion at work? maybe not. It depends on your authority. So if you're already in a position of authority, if you are already taking on this king role, then that's fine. But the swords is trouble and strife. So the swords is talking about there being some major challenges at the moment. And so I don't know quite where you're. In fact, I tell you what, hang on, let me go to the live chat. I don't normally do this, but I'll go to the live chat. So Tonya, let me know what if you're in a position of authority at work already, because if you are, I think these challenges are going to continue. If you're not, I think you're going to have a problem with a boss. I really do, because the kings are like the highest up in the minors before we go to the major arcana with the emperor and things like that. But you're not, right? Okay, then I think you're going to have issues with your boss. I think you're going to have issues with your boss, or one of your bosses, whoever the male. I'm getting pale male stale. So what I mean by that is older white dude, right? Not just because we've got Ghostface or a depiction of something like Ghostface, but that is kind of what I'm getting from this card. Now, the King of Swords is the trouble and strife and the challenges. Now, the king likes to mess with people. Okay, so if you've put in for promotions, even if you are qualified, this king may well turn around and say, actually, do you know what? I just don't like Tonya on my team. So we're going to keep you where you are. Do you know what I mean? There's something here about this sort of vibe. Now, in terms of what you need to know, we've got the 6 of Cups reversed. So yeah, Cups is your emotional suit. 6s would normally be talking about the community, so your colleagues, workmates, things like that. But when it's reversed, I think there could well be people ahead of you in line for promotion, but also there could well be people that are maybe talking a little bit behind your back. Because of this reversal, it feels almost like, yeah, like you're maybe the subject of gossip, or maybe something that has happened in the past is why the boss is holding this grudge almost. That's kind of what it feels like to me, that there is definitely this element of 6s are normally like bringing people together, getting everybody on board, a little bit of a quick celebration of the season, blah 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 blah. But this feels quite negative because of the reversal and because it's what you need to know. So it's almost like there's a few people either out for you or out for the promotion. If there is a promotion coming up, they're out for that, and it's almost like they will climb over each other to try and get that promotion ahead of you. But the opportunity card we've got is the 5 of Cups. Now this is talking about, I mean, this just looks like, was it me? But the 5 of Cups, if you look here at the bottom of the card, you can see there's 3 cups spilt over, or knocked over and spilt, but here we've got 2 that are still upright. And this whole card is about remembering that even if you don't get this promotion, there will be a future opportunity. Now this is reversed, so it's saying that I do honestly believe there is going to be a good chance that you might not get a promotion where you currently are, but it might lead to something else further down the line. So don't worry if you don't get the promotion in November. It feels like either the boss will realize that whoever they do promote is screwing up and you'll be given a second bite of the apple, or you'll get so pissed off that you're sort of stuck with this job that you'll actually go to another company or another department within this company, and this boss isn't going to be your issue anymore. So it's an opportunity to remember that, look, even if you don't get this job, even if you don't get this promotion, even if you don't get this step up, you haven't lost everything. You've still got more opportunities to come. Hopefully that makes sense, my darling. I'm going to say thank you ever so much for your question, and that is going to be your reading for today. So thank you for that. Right then, let me have a quick look. Hang around, by the way, Tonya, if you want to be in with a chance of the first part of the giveaway. It is an international giveaway. Shall we do one? Shall we do one now? what do you think, mods? Shall we do a giveaway now? By the way, the mods are available to enter if they so wish, because again, it's a random thing. Oh, no worries. Thank you, Tonya, my darling. Thank you. Right, let's do it then. Shall we do the first part of the giveaway? I tell you what I need to do is get a blooming. Oh yes, before we do, could we have a glorious like spike, please? A like spike. Hit the like button if you haven't done already. That would be glorious. It would be glorious. Yes, it would. It would be glorious. Right then, let's have a look then. So, where's my other button gone? Here we go. Don't forget, by the way, if you are subscribed and you are new here, make sure you ding your bell so that YouTube notifies you whenever we upload a video. I have got more witchy videos coming up. Actually, I've been working on some video plans. Oh, excited! I'm excited, so I am. Right, I'm going to pour my coffee into my cauldron mug, not into my actual cauldron. So what do we want to do first then? Do we want to do the witchy one? I tell you what, we'll do the, I don't even know why I'm asking the question. We will do we will do this bag first. So this is the least witchy of the three bags and the least tarot-y. So this is the one that has the Modern Witch jigsaw puzzle in, a selection of items courtesy of Blue Chalice, a Necronomicon, the notebook, and a couple of other random witchy items in there. So this is the first giveaway. It is open internationally. I'm just trying to find a piece of paper so I can write on. Oh, I know. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, I did know. And I've moved everything. That's good. Lisa's totally prepared for the giveaway, except for the bits of how to win the giveaway. Where's the blooming... Where's my little notebook gone? Oh, it's there. It's staring right in front of me, because of course it is. Right then. So I am going to write a number on a piece of paper. Right, I have written a number on a piece of paper. All you've got to do to be into a chance of winning the first part of the giveaway, the first bag, so it's the one with the, as I said, jigsaw and things like that. All you've got to do is put the number, tune in, come on, we'll tune in, we'll have a little bit of, see if you can pick up the vibe of what number it is that I'm thinking of, and put that number into the live chat now. Put it in now. Put it in, put the number into the live chat, and the person that is closest will win the first bag. I had a poppy seed stuck between my teeth then. I know. Right then, let's have a look. Oh, sorry, the number is from 0 to 100. 0 to 100. From 0 to 100. Sorry, I'll give you another 30 seconds. Right, because I messed up and I didn't tell you the things. Everybody hold off. Patricia, can you just post one of the random messages? And hang on a second. Hang on. I'll do it. Hang on. Let me do this. Hold on, everybody. Right. I've drawn a line because I didn't tell you what the numbers were. But what I can tell you is nobody has guessed the number spot on, right? So nobody, looking back up, nobody has guessed the number spot on. So I'm going to say go again, right? Between 1 and 100. That is the range that you've got to work with, right? Nobody has guessed the number right now, which will narrow it down a little bit, but between 1 and 100. Go ahead, put the number in right now. So maybe choose a different number than you did the first time. And whoever is closest to it will absolutely get that first thingy. Right, here we go. One more Spooktober. I'm holding it here so you can see that I'm not cheating in any way. Right. Oh, good evening, Lady V. You are on the you are one of our new members. Sorry, my brain didn't my brain farted then. You saw it live on camera. Let's have a look. So the person that, right, I'm gonna call it here. So there we go. There's the line. There we go. Right. So we've got okay, I've got somebody who is closest, and that person is Rabina Sahonta with 48. I believe that is the closest. Let me just check. Yes, that is the closest. That is the closest. 42 was the answer. So Rabina Sahonta, do me a favor, my love, send me a message on that there Instagram with your address, and I will be able to send that first bag with the jigsaw, the book and all of that, and I might even chuck in a couple of extra Halloween goodies, chocolates and things like that. So yes, there you go. That is the first one drawn. So well done to Rabina Sahonta. Yay! Well done, Rabina. Hang on, I've got claps. Woohoo! Yay, that's fun. That's fun. Shall we do it again in a little bit? We'll do it again in a little bit. Yes, we'll do that again. So if you want to be in a chance of getting one of the other two giveaway bags, we've got the witchy one and the tarot one still left to roll, then yeah, stick around. Let's do some more tarot readings then. So we're putting the round back on. The round is open. So if you would like to request a reading, do the things it says here at the bottom of the screen. You can either send your question as a super chat of any amount to guarantee that you are up next, or you can put your name in the hat, your hat in the ring, and your ring on the finger, or whatever it is. My brain went to a very smutty place for a split second there that made me giggle. But you can do that by putting your question into the live chat, starting with the word question. Go ahead and do one of those two things now. If multiple people send a super chat, we'll go through all of the super chats in turn before we get to the free ones and open up another round. Okay, so if you want a question, go ahead and do one of those things right now. Okay, so then we've got a few questions in. So I am just going to go up and down on the old doodah and grab one of the grab one of these at random. So I'm looking at you, so you can tell that there's absolutely no way of me picking. Hopefully this isn't a mod. Yes, and it was. Right, let's do that again. Here we go then. We're going with this one. Flower Beauty. Good evening, Flower Beauty. Could you have a future reading for the next couple of months? We'll do our best for you, my darling. We'll do our best for you. Where's the blooming thing gone? I need to, there you go. I need to put a star on it so I know where it is, so I can find it nice and easy. And then change cameras. Maybe I need to change the camera before pulling it over in front of my face. Maybe that would be a better option. Right then, let's have a look. By the way, everybody, don't forget, I do stream twice a week with tarot, and there may well be a late night stream coming on stream soon. Yeah, there may well be a tarot after dark. It will be using some of the harder decks, the less fluffy decks, if you like. They're good for shadow work, things like that. And so it'll be a bit more intense. And I think that will be a donation only stream. That's the word I was looking for. I think, just because it narrows down the opportunity for children to be here. Although, as Patricia pointed out, kids these days can have debit cards from the age of like 13 or something. So, you know, yeah. Right then, let's have a look. Wispy, Flower Beauty wants to know what is coming up in the next couple of months. The next couple of months for Flower Beauty. So we'll do the where we are now. So the present first. I don't know why that's so far. Hang on. There we go. There we go. I was going to say it's really low down today, but there we go. So we'll do the present November, or the energy going into November. Then we'll do the bulk of November, and then the energy coming out the other side heading in towards December. Okay, so it won't quite be a couple of months. It won't take you up to Christmas, but it'll take you to mid-December, because that's normally where we go with a 3 card. So then don't forget, if you do send a super chat, you do get a 7 or 6 or 7 card reading depending on what the question is, so you get a little bit more detail and nuance and all of that. So then let's go, let's drop. Come on, Wispy, we're trying to drop here. Oh, okay, a delayed drop. Right, so the present, we've got the 10 of Cups. Okay, 10 of Cups, lots of emotions going on at the moment, not necessarily positive. Going into November, we've got the Page of Wands. Both these cards are reversed. And going into December, we've got another reversal with the Star card. Right, okay, so that's interesting. Let's just pop these here. So then, where we are at the moment. So this is the 7. No, it's not. It's the 10 of Cups. Sometimes I can't even read when it's right in front of my face. So the 10 of Cups. What is the 10 of Cups all about? We're in a lot of spreads. Sorry, in a lot of decks. This would be depicted with a rainbow in the background, all of that. But this is obviously a trick or treat. It's a bit of a funny ha deck. But it's talking about having lots of hopes, lots of emotions, but having almost too many emotions. So although we've got the Scarecrow, Dorothy, the Cowardly Lion, and the Tin Man, or the Tin Woodsman, although we've got these that are depicted here, we've also got the Flying Monkeys and the Poppy Fields. So there's a lot of emotions to deal with. Because this is reversed, it's talking about, I feel that your emotional resilience, if you like, your emotional resilience at the moment is a bit too much, if that makes sense. It's a bit too much. There's too much going on, not your emotional resilience, but like you're being tested. It's like there's too much going on at the moment for you to be able to carry on down the road, down the yellow brick road. So it really does feel like you've got a lot on your plate at the moment that you're trying to juggle with. And perhaps the thing about the Field of Poppies, and again, this is completely intuitive because it doesn't say this in the deck. But the thing about the Field of Poppies, Lioness, thank you ever so much. I will do your reading next, my darling. The thing about it comes up automatically on my starred list. So yes, thank you for that. Thing about the poppies is it's all about sleep, right? It's a somnamatic something. I can't remember what it's called, but anyway, it puts you to sleep, right? The Field of Poppies. But the Flying Monkeys would keep you awake. So this is that feeling of being kept awake even when you're desperately trying to sleep and you're desperately tired. It's like there's no option. Your troubles, everything that's going on around you right now is a lot. And I think you've got it does suggest problems sleeping. Now into November, we've got the Page of Wands. Now, this is very, very youthful, innocent energy, but this is reversed, and this is to do with your confidence, right? Because the pages are that innocent, naive, childlike energy, and it almost feels like you are going to be, how can I put it? I think you are going to be dealing with a lot of childish behavior, and even maybe expressing some of that yourself. If there's all this stress, it's got to leak out somewhere. But I think there's childishness going on, not childlike, not in a nice, oh, isn't that really playful, sitting down and playing, teacups and having a tea party with all your dolls. No. This is like throwing your dummy out and you know what I mean? Having a tantrum. So it feels like the energy going in and throughout November is going to be quite overwhelming. And I think the way you're going to react is going to be quite toddlerish, quite like that sort of vibe of, oh my God, you know, I can't deal with this, so therefore I'm going to kick and scream and kick and scream. That's the sort of vibe that I'm getting. As we go into December, though, we do have the Star, and the Star is a major arcana card. So when we look at the Star, the standard Star is kind of this vibe. So it's just like pretty stars. This deck has the Star being the ballerina or the fairy. She's wearing a star on her hat and she's wearing a star here. Now, for me, the Star is all about wishes. So it's really interesting that we've got a fairy or a good witch in inverted commas, because it almost feels like you are giving up on your goals. Because of all this stress going on, you're going to be inclined to give up on something and to not keep looking forward. Now, this card is really important because this card is talking about wishing by itself ain't going to do jack, right? Thank you, Patricia. I've seen that ain't going to do jack, right? Wishing on its own is not going to do anything. What you need to do is to put plans in place. So don't get worried and don't get overwhelmed about all this sort of emotional stuff that's going on now. Try and bear in mind, try and stay focused and keep those wishes, keep those plans, set those goals, because that is how you're going to get here. Okay, don't let these goals slide as we get into December. It's not going to be worth it. This is like a warning. None of this has happened yet. We aren't at the point where you're acting up and being like a spoilt brat is the word I'm wanting to say. So I'm just saying it, right? You don't, there isn't a need right now for you to act like that or for that to be a behavior around you. And this giving up on goals doesn't need to happen. So try and handle this emotion maybe with a little bit of a different way. Instead of getting sucked into it, try and maybe work through it in a whole different way. Try and remove yourself from that immediate reaction to then be able to manage this better and then not give up on your goals and on your dreams. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense, Flower Beauty. But I'm going to say thank you ever so much for your question. Right then, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Possibly a scary time. Possibly a scary time. Yeah. Right. So I've got 3 super chats come in. So I've got Lioness, Blood Rose Horror, and Code Deb to do. So I will do those 3 right now. And after maybe sometime in amongst these 3, we'll do the next part of the giveaway. Maybe we'll do that as well. Maybe. Right then, Lioness, you are up first, my darling. So Wispy. Lioness would like to know a general reading for work or anything that they need to know. So what does Lioness need to know? If there's anything work related, that's all good. If not, what does Lioness need to know? Let's have a look. I don't know why. It almost feels, does the table look slanting to you? Oh, hang on. It might be because, does that make a difference? No, it doesn't, does it? It looks, whenever I do it like that, it looks fine, but it kind of looks like everything's, I don't know. I'm never happy with the setup, am I? Right then, Wispy, let's do the cut. Oh, where's it going? Look, multiple places open. Where's it going to go first? It was the second. Okay. There's an interesting thing here with the cards then. Right, no, that's my shuffling. Wispy. Hang on. If it comes up again, Wispy, we'll know it's a repeat card, not my bad shuffling. In fact, I'll tell you what we'll also do. Shall we do a riffle shuffle? This is where all the regulars go, no, don't do that, Lisa. You're crap. You can't do a riffle shuffle. It's so bad. You'll make yourself embarrassed. I mean, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad, was it? That was all right. That was That was okay. Yeah, that was okay. I'll take that. Right. Here we go then, Wispy. We've done a riffle. There we go. A much cleaner cut. Right then, let's have a look. So in the oh yeah, this is a general reading for work. Right. So we'll do the 7. I forgot what we were doing then for a second. I know it doesn't take much to confuse my brain. Oh, and you get a lovely look at this deck. By the way, there is a whole video review of this deck on my channel if you would like to go and check it out. I've reviewed 5 spooky decks this year for spooky season, so go and check those out if you want to see more details about the cards. I go through every single card, do a few sample readings for 5 decks. I've also, up on my community tab, I did give people the option to pick my next deck. Everybody chose the Unfolding Path deck, so I may or may not have that here as well for a future video, so make sure you keep an eye on the community page as well. Right then, let's have a look. So then, Lioness, in the past position, we've got the Hermit. Sorry, I've turned my watch is not connected, so I don't know why it's still buzzing. Right, so the Hermit. Now the Hermit is reversed. Now the Hermit for me talks about kind of separating yourself out for the sake of some alone time to get your head sorted out. Do you know what I mean? To get yourself together and to learn what you need to learn. Now in this deck, the Hermit is actually a character that's here on top of, this is reversed, character that's here on top of the house. So they are alone, even though they are chucking out all the candy for the kids down below trick-or-treating. But when you look, actually, there's nobody in this costume. It's all a bit weird, all a bit spooky. Is this actually just lawn ornaments and this person is just going through the motions? Because that is what I get from this card. That is absolutely what I get from this card. So the Hermit itself is talking about keeping yourself a little bit separated for your own better knowledge, to learn something. Because this is reversed, I don't think it's necessarily you that separated yourself. It almost feels like you've been sent to Coventry, as we say in the UK. It's kind of like a, you know, you've been excluded and now you're learning what you've been excluded from, and you're learning maybe about certain people that you can't trust as you thought you could. Now the Hermit is always going to be a positive, though. It just sometimes how you get to that positive can be quite difficult. So, you know, you always learn, but sometimes you only learn this lesson the hard way, if that makes sense. Now in the present position, we've got the 8 of Swords. Now in this deck, you can see the mummy is blind, but the 8 of Swords normally has somebody being having that blindfold being lifted. So it talks about having this moment of realization and of what is actually true. And coming up after the reverse Hermit, it feels like you've learned that lesson. Swords is trouble and strife, so there's a lot going on in terms of challenges, not necessarily heartache, but challenges, obstacles and things like that, hurdles for you to overcome. So I do think it's something that you are learning right now, maybe, but also it's going to have its repercussions further down the line, because you're literally waking up to a slightly different situation than you thought it was. Now in the influence, we've got the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is a really good card, as you can see. It's a goblet, and I like these because we used to sell these in the shop I used to work in. So these are like Nemesis Now goblets. If you look, oh, shut up, watch. Let me take my watch off. Hang on. If I take my watch off and put it, I wonder if I throw it, is it going to land where it's supposed to land? Look at this, throwing a bloody expensive watch. Oh, it did. Hurrah. It landed safely on a pile of clothes. Yeah, if you want one of these real goblets in real life, have a look for Nemesis Now on the googly machine and you'll be able to find them. By the way, if you are watching this, remember to like and subscribe and do the YouTubey things. Thank you. So this this Ace of Cups, you can see this liquid pouring. Anytime we see liquid, it's emotions. Cups is the emotional suit, so there's definitely a lot going on here. Aces are all about new starts, new beginnings, and new projects. So it feels like whatever you've learned recently, you're having to restart. You're having to come at it all with a brand new sort of a brand new vibe, if you like. You're having to move forward in a completely different way. So yeah, in the oh, there we go. In the obstacles position, you've got the Two of Pentacles reversed. The Two of Pentacles reversed. Now, Pentacles is all about work, career, and finances, if that makes sense. So there's a lot going on work-wise. You were asking about work-wise. The two is, I don't know whether, is there one specific person that has lied or has been trying to, you know, stab you in the back, kind of, because it feels very much like with this two being reversed in the obstacle position, it's like somebody you trusted has done you dirty. Somebody you worked with, somebody you were close to has basically eroded that trust. And again, coming after the Hermit and the Eight of Swords, that makes perfect sense because this is reversed. So there is definitely something here that you need to be very acutely aware of. Okay. In the way that other people see you, we've got the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands is a very good nurturing element. She's a nurture. I mean, you know, she looks a bit like Elphaba in a Queen of Roses kind of way. It's a bit of a weird costume, this one, but she's a nurturing queen. She's not like the Queen of Swords, who can be a bit hard-nosed. She cares, she's compassionate. And so because of that, you've got this ability, if you like, to come across as quite caring, not necessarily in the emotional way at work, but in that way of being almost like a mentor to people, guiding people, because you've got the wand. So it's like people see you as quite confident. They see you as somebody that maybe that they can go to. And yeah, it's all of that kind of element, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? So they see you as somebody that is confident, nurturing, and maybe a soft touch, maybe, question mark. But this definitely is someone you need to be aware of. In the advice position, we've got the Lovers. Now, this is reversed. Again, like this two reversed, the Lovers reversed is not a great card. It's talking about there being a disconnect with somebody that you either really care about or, as in this case, are really close to within the workplace. So with this here and this here, I think you know who this person is. I think you've got an idea as I'm talking about who this person is. And the advice is cut them out. Like, maybe if it's somebody you normally go to lunch with, well, actually, you're going to take packed lunches for the next week or two. Do you know what I mean? If it's somebody that you go for drinks after work with, maybe you're having a, you know, what is it? A sober November or something, because maybe you want to watch your weight before Christmas. So therefore you can't go out after work and have any drinks. Do you know what I mean? It's like, maybe you just need to separate from that person and bring that sort of that closeness to an end here. That is what the card is saying. And then in the outcome, we've got the Eight of Wands. So we've got the Eight of Swords here in the present and the Eight of Wands in the outcome. This is kind of having that element of lots of parts of your life being in turmoil, but not in a negative way. This is something that you are doing. Okay. So it's almost like I often say that this is where you take each of the wands, you chuck them out the window, and then you run downstairs and pick up the ones that you want to take forward. So this is a really good card that is saying this is your card to grow. This is your card to gain more experience and to gain more confidence in your own abilities and trust in yourself, even if it means you can't trust in whoever this person is. Okay, so I do think there's a lot here to unpack. I think there's a lot of backstabbery, skullduggery, all of that, a bit of fuckery going on. And I think that that's something you need to really be careful of. And whoever this person is in the Lovers card, it's not a romantic lover, but whoever this person is in the workplace, maybe that's going to be your advice to maybe give a little bit of separation. And with that, my darling, I'm going to say thank you ever so much. And yeah, that is going to be your reading for today. Thank you for the donation. Right then, so let's go to the next part of the giveaway, if that's okay with the with Blood Rose Horror, with Nanette, and with Code Deb. If you're both okay, let's do the giveaway first. I will come back to your readings straight after this. So then the next giveaway I'm going to do, we'll do the General Witchy one. Right, so we've got the General Witchy one with items in it. So we've got some witch casket incense. I've gone through this earlier, but I'll just show you again for those that are new. Some witch casket incense, some make your own incense. It's like the sticks, and you've got a stick holder and you put your own scent on them and all of that. We've got a selection of items from Blue Chalice Arts that are all witchy themed. We've got some witch casket tea. I've got a Blue Chalice Arts art print with the elements on it. I've got a witch casket key ring. There's a nice witch casket art print with witchy stuff on about monthly manifestations. I've also got a copy of, I think, 2 copies of the Necronomicon, the issue 50 and issue 51. These are both done by Neil, who is one of our mods, who would normally be on the stream, but unfortunately he's not feeling well today. Get well soon, Neil. The green candle is lit, don't forget. I've also got a gratitude pebble in there, and I'm going to pick now live on the stream a witch casket spell kit. Now bear in mind, this spell kit I have opened and reviewed on, and there's also some pens and the Hocus Pocus spell book notebook thing, which I thought was just so cool. I almost bought one for myself, and then I was like, I've got a bunch of notebooks that I need to get through already. Who the hell am I? So there's a witchy giveaway, plus I'll bung in some chocolate or some trick-or-treaty sweets, plus one of these in my giant cauldron, my actual cauldron, my working cauldron. These are all the spell kits that I get from Witch Casket every month, going back God knows how long. And these I haven't used. They've been opened just to review on the Doodah, on the videos for Witch Casket. There is a Witch Casket playlist, by the way, if you want to see what Witch Casket sends every month. I buy all of these myself, by the way. It's not sponsored. So randomly, I'm just going to pick a bag. We'll have this bag. It's the Peace of Mind ritual kit. So what do you get in here? I've got no idea. We've got some herb sachets, a little thing of how to do it, and is that it? Oh no, we've also got a candle. Let me just check that's everything. Herb sachet 1, so we've got lavender, passion flower, and a white spell candle. And I will also, if you want, I will throw in a candle holder like this one, a pentacle candle holder, a new one, because I've got those from when we were trying to do the shop. So there you go. That's all in there. This is the witchy giveaway, right? So that's all for the witchies among you. So if you would like to be in with a chance of winning that, I'm going to do it the same way. I'm going to write a number on a piece of paper between 1 and 100, right? The person nearest to that number will get that prize. If there were 2 people closest, we'll just go again until we get down to until we get to 1 person. Okay, if that makes sense. It is international. You can enter from anywhere across the world. I don't think there's anything in there that is restricted. I've tried to keep it that way. So then let's have a look. Where are the spirits? We're not doing this. Is absolutely 100% 100% closed down to all spirits tonight because it is Halloween. So we're not doing any spooky keys. I don't want any channeling or any mediumship going on. Right, so I am writing a number. Here we go. Oh no, my pen's not working. Hang on. Now that pen's not working. Spirit, stop it. Oh, third pen not working. This is ridiculous. Right. This one I know works because I used it. There we go. I've got ink pen. Permanent pen, because all my biros have decided to stop working randomly. So there we go. I said there was going to be no spooky ookies, and we've got spooky ookies. Right then, go ahead and put it in the live chat. Do it now, and I will hit the. I'm going to hold this here. I will. You can't see that, can you? No. I will play this. Go ahead and do it now. Go. Or you call me slurping me coffee. I'm so sorry. Right then, today's number, or this one's number is 37. It said 3 in a line before I managed to draw it. So 37. So let's have a look. Is anybody 25, 83, 11, 9, 22, 33? Anya, have we got anybody closer? 33, 33. No, 33 is the closest. So Anya, you've got yourself the witchy spell kit bundly thing. So please go ahead and send me a message on Instagram, Beyond Authentic Witchcraft on Instagram. Send me a message over there, and I will send me your address, and I will send that across to you. I don't know where you are in the world, but I will get that sent to you. So yay, thank you ever so much for that. I'm going to star your name so that I know afterwards that it's you that did win. So there you go. They still, don't forget, there is still another giveaway full of the, oh, hang on, which one have I done? That's the witchy one. So there is still another giveaway to come before the end, before 9 o'clock. So in the next 40 minutes with all the tarot-y bits in, and a live one-on-one with me if you want some, you know, one-on-one advice type things about tarot, using the Hanson Roberts deck, which is I should use that deck more often. I should get that deck out. I know Patricia's got that deck as well. Right then, let's go back to some tarot readings. Yeah, congratulations, Anya. Right then, so Nanette, let's have a look. I've got your question. What do I need to work on in November? Right, my darling, let's have a look for you. Because we've got what you need to work on, I'm doing the inverse pyramid. It's not a pyramid, it's a triangle. I say that every time, but inverse triangle doesn't sound right, does it? Inverse pyramid sounds much sexier. Do you know what I mean? Inverse pyramid sounds like it's something from Ye Olde Worldy spellbook. Inverse triangle just sounds like it's something you have to work out in calculus, in maths. Let's not do that. We're doing the inverse triangle. Yeah, the inverse pyramid, Wispy, and we're doing it for Nanette, who wants to know, what do I need to work on in November? Right then, so first layer is the conscious level. So here we go. Here we go. By the way, if you're just joining us, if you would like a free tarot reading, hang on in there. I will open a round very shortly. Oh, why are all the cards today coming up reversed? I've riffle shuffled them. I've turned half the deck round. Also, Nanette, you've got 3 major arcanas. Wow. You've got 3 major arcanas. Okay, right. This is, hang on. We'll do 2 court cards. And another major. Right, okay. I don't know what's going on in your life, Nanette, but it feels this is an important reading. Right then, so it goes deeper as we go through the layers. So we've got so this is the recent past into the present. We've got the world card. Let me just get my animations up. So the world, what does the world mean? Well, traditionally, it's the end of the deck. It's when you restart. So this is talking about having completed something, whatever the task was. It's like you've done it and now it's time to step back through the portal. This is one of the cards that I love this depiction of, because literally this person is out trick-or-treating. They've just come home with their bucket, They're about to go in and take off the costume and live a different life than they've been living here, if that makes sense. Thank you, Patricia. I'll check. So there is something here, Nanette, around now is the time for some truth. Now is the time to live a different, to start a different cycle, right? But I don't think you want to do it. Whatever this is, you don't want to do it, right? Because of this reversal. It's saying that it's kind of like you've come to the end of the road with that particular chapter, and now it's time to move on. But it's almost like you know, in bad movies, like the channel, the Sunday afternoon, like Hallmark type movies, where you get the ex, and the ex doesn't want to leave like the boyfriend or the girlfriend or the them friend, and the ex is there like, no, I don't want to leave you. It's like that. Something has ended and you don't want to give it up, but you have to let it go. Let it go. You have to let it go to be able to actually move forward and to start a whole new cycle, even though it's scary. And I get that it's scary. But this is how you learn, because in the present, we've got the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant, when I reviewed this, I said it was Mr. Rogers in the Neighborhood, and it is. That's what this costume is based on. But the Hierophant is a guide. It's a guru. It's somebody that can help. I've always traditionally found the Hierophant a little bit difficult to deal with, because for me, I don't like authority figures. But in my new understanding of the Hierophant, they can also act as a guide. But it's like you don't want to take this advice. Whatever this is that's ended, it's like people are around you going, okay, Nanette, well, that's over. So this is what you need to do now. Move forward. This is how it's going to go. This is what you need to achieve, blah, 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 blah. But you don't want to listen to the people that know. Do you know what I mean? It's like you don't want to take that advice. You don't want to heed their guidance. And that leads us to the Emperor reversed coming up. Now, the Emperor is a great card for certain things, right? Getting tasks done. But when the Emperor's reversed, it's talking about rigidity. And this is really saying that if you're not careful, you are going to back yourself into a major, major corner and do yourself a major disservice, because you're being too rigid on this. You're being too stuck and stubborn, I guess, and that you don't want to heed whatever this advice is. So I don't know whether this is medical or financial or what. It feels, if I had to absolutely guess, I would say that this is probably something medical based, something doctory. I don't know why, but that's my vibe. That is my vibe. There is something here that you're not. It's like, I don't think this is. I think this is medical advice, and it's almost like you've checked yourself out of hospital against medical advice. It's that sort of vibe. The connections, though, under the surface, what is connecting the reverse world to the reverse Hierophant is the Queen of Swords. So, is there a? Hang on. This is your stubbornness. Nanette, what are you doing? This is your stubbornness. This is you, because we've got the Ice Queen here. We've got like a version of Elsa, I guess. But we've got this Ice Queen moment, and it is literally saying, nope, I'm not going to do that. Nope. The Queen of Swords is always quite a cold-hearted bitch, but she's never normally quite as stubborn as this. And this is really saying, nope, I'm going to do it my way. I know best. I know what I need to do. I'm not going to do that. So whatever this is what is linking it. It's like, I think it's out of fear, because we've got, well, I'll come to that in a second. The linking the Hierophant to the Emperor, we've got the Knight of Wands. And again, knights are that rebellious teenage energy of sod it, I'm going to do it my way, against up with the Queen of Swords, the Ice Queen. You've got this element of, I know best. I'm stubborn. No matter what you say, I'm not going to listen. I'm going to do it my way. And although I want to do things, I don't want to do it the way you're saying, I think is what is coming up, rather than it's like, for example, I don't know your background very much, but say, for example, this is a doctor, and the doctor says, I don't know, you've got a burst gallbladder. I don't even know what a gallbladder does, but your gallbladder is burst, and you need to have a clockwork machine inserted to make it work. And you go, no thanks. Yeah, but without this, you're not going to be well. No, it's okay. I read on Google that I can use some apple peelings and a bit of orange peel, and I can make a tea out of that, and that will fix it. No, your gallbladder's exploded. You need a clockwork machine to fix it. No, it's okay. I know best. And it's like, whatever this advice is, you think that you know better, but it's not because you do. It's because you're scared. It's because you are scared. We've got the Wheel of Fortune at the base of this inverse pyramid triangle, right? And this this card, this Wheel of Fortune, it's the risk and reward. But because this is reversed, you do not think the reward is worth the risks involved. So whatever this is, whatever is happening, you're not listening to this advice because you don't think the risks are worth it, and you're risking having this rigidity setting in and going against all advice because of this fear, my darling. So like, you've got 4 major cards here out of 7. This is really important. Whatever this is, Nanette, whatever this is connecting with in your life, please don't be this stubborn. Please don't cut yourself off, because this is literally the epitome of cutting your nose off to spite your face. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, please be really careful with this. And if you can take this as a medical thing, please do go and get this sorted. Please do go and get this sorted, because you need to get this fixed. If you like, you need to get this advice taken care of. And hopefully, my darling, hopefully that helps. But thank you very much for your donation, and that is going to be your question for this evening. Crystal Rose, I've got your question in. Oh gosh, hang on. Lioness, I've got a second question in for you, so I'll do my best for that as well. Right, so Nanette, anyway, I hope that helps, my darling. I really do. And yeah, whatever it is, whoever's telling you, again, especially if it's medical, or if you haven't gone but you know you need to, because that reversal is kind of almost saying you don't want to seek that advice, that guidance from the Hierophant. It's like, you know, you don't want to face the truth, so therefore you don't want to go to the Hierophant, whoever that is in this reading, because the minute the Hierophant speaks, you know you've got no way back, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Hopefully, my darling, that makes sense to you. And I'm going to say thank you very much for your question. Right then, next up, we've got Code Deb. And Code Deb says, what is my travel forecast for 2024? Depends where you're going, Deb. Depends where you're going. If you're going to the Antarctic, I forecast, hang on. Oh, I wish I had my crystal ball. Hang on. Oh, God. It's really not worth it for this joke. But hold on, it's a really funny joke. It's really funny, honest. This will be really funny. Really funny. Here we go, look. Oh, you are going to the Antarctica. I forecast cold. Oh, no, you are going to Barbados. I forecast warmth. See, it was worth it, wasn't it? Oh, at least I made myself chuckle. There you go. It was definitely worth it. Definitely worth that jokey joke. Right then. So let's... Now I'm cackling. I sound like a Minecraft witch. Right. So Wispy, Code Deb actually wants to know what her travel forecast is for 2024. What is going to be happening for Debs in terms of travel? What's it going to look like? Is there any idea about, I don't know how we'd see where you're going, Debs, but we can certainly have a look at what 2024's travel ideas are looking at. I guess because, Wispy, you have to plan things in advance. So that's what we want to know. What should Debs be looking towards planning in advance in terms of travel? A little bit of a strange question to ask Tara, but we'll do our best for you, my darling. Don't forget, everybody, if you are just joining us, ooh, Wow. Talk about a card jumping. Look, it literally jumped out, but it's come up this way. So I don't know. I think I'll read it as an upright. So the 9 of Swords has come up as a clarifying card. Now that's interesting, because the 9 of Swords is sleepless nights. It's nightmares. It's things keeping you up at night. So as I'm talking about planning, is that something that is quite scary for you? Is it something that you try and avoid? Maybe let's have a look. But that's interesting. You saw, I don't know whether you saw, I'm gonna have to have a look. 1 hour 32 in, I'm gonna have to have a look and watch the replay, because that properly, it didn't just flip, it flew out of the deck. So there you go. Thank you, Wispy. Did I do the cut? I did do the cut. That's why it flew. Right. So what sort of spread for a travel forecast? Let's have a look, Wispy. We're just going to do... We'll do... I'm thinking... We'll do the 2-layer. Wispy, we'll do the 2-layer 6 card. Right, so 4 of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the 8 of Cups, coming in with the 9 of Cups. Really? The 9 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. Right, okay. So I do absolutely 100% think that there is travel on the cards, right? So there is definitely something happening here. Reason I'm saying, although we haven't got any majors, reason I'm saying that is because we've got lots of 9s, so lots of things coming to fruition. So it's something that I do think is going to take planning. So whatever it is, start planning now, right? Wherever it is you want to go, start planning now. Put ulterior plans in place, put, you know, backups, work on everything you need, get your cholera shots and all of that stuff. So in the sort of the, I guess we'd call it the present, really, in your present thinking, we've got the 4 of Wands. So this is a lot of stability at the moment. And a lot of things are kind of okay, but ticking along, if that makes sense. There's not a lot of excitement. So when we put in the 9 of Cups into this sort of into this role, not excitement. What I mean is there's not a lot of challenge for you in terms of your confidence. So it's saying wherever it is that you're thinking of going, I don't know whether you've got kids. If you've got kids, then this is going to be, again, another complication. But wherever it is you're thinking of going, aim for the destination that is your heart's desire. Do you know what I mean? Some people, let me put it this way, right? Some people have this burning ambition to go to Disney World, right? Or Disneyland, or whichever one of the Disney parks. And that's all they want to do, right? So they save up 20 grand, 10 grand, whatever it costs, and take the family to Disney World, have the holiday of a lifetime. That all takes planning. Whatever that holiday of a lifetime means for you, start aiming towards it, because it will get you out of this feeling of not being trapped, but slightly being maybe a little bit bored and a bit steady, a bit safe, right? So if you've always wanted to jump out of an airplane, plan it as part of your holiday extravaganza and follow your absolute heart on this, because we've got the 9 here, we've got the 10 coming up here as well. So there's multiple things here talking about how you emotionally are connecting to whatever this travel is. I'm saying holiday, but I'm also getting with these two that the travel might not be holiday based. Right, because we've got the Knight of Cups reversed in what would be the sort of the future. Hang on, how would I describe this column? So this would be your future plans, almost your future. There's a word that my brain is forgetting. Desires? No. Plans, desires. Oh, I hate fibro and ADHD because I've deleted the word in my brain and I can't remember what the hell it is. This is present position. This is where you, this is like how it manifests. So this is where you aim to be. Aim's not the right word. There's a word. Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway, you get what I'm trying to say. This is like this is the practical where you are now. This is the, oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Bollocks. Potentiality. Jesus wept. This is the potentiality. This is the potential, right? So this is what you need to try and think about. But this is not always like positive dreaming, if that makes sense. This is kind of the dreamy element. Where you are, and this is, so these, oh god, I'm not explaining this spread, am I? So present, kind of where you are, potentiality, and the way things manifest, right? So you've got those three. These bottom three are the emotions behind it, the underlying, the subconscious. That's what I'm trying to say. Jesus wept, Lisa. Right, so you had the Knight of Cups here reversed and the Nine of Wands reversed. So the Knight of Cups here on the sort of physical plane of potentiality, such a hard word to say. The Knight of Cups is talking about being really quick with emotions, but kind of choosing and doing things really reactionary. Now, what this is why I'm saying that this might not be down to a holiday choice, because you said travel. It almost could be, because we've got this nightmare card here, it almost could be talking about having to go abroad for other reasons, or having to travel for other reasons, something to do with your emotions. Now, my gut instinct would be saying, is this a family or friend, a family member or a friend who is going to need some care or need some looking after, or need you to be there to help out in some way? Because that is kind of what it feels like. This is really reactionary and emotional reactionary to the potentiality. It's complicated, but this is really saying, because it's reversed, it's like you'll do it because you really care about this situation, but you don't want to have to do it. Does that make sense? I think that's what I'm trying to say. The Nine of Wands underneath, the Nine of Wands was reversed as well. Now, Wands, again, security, confidence, sense of self-esteem and all of that. The Nine is at its peak, but when it's reversed, the Nine is talking about whatever you're going to have to do, whatever this is. And again, this is linked in with this nightmare card. Whatever you're going to have to do, whatever you are going to have to go and deal with, you're not feeling like you're up to it already, or that you can handle it. It really does feel like you want to back away, but actually you've got it. That's what you need to do. You've got this, if that makes sense. And then the way it manifests, we've got the Eight of Cups reversed. Now, again, the Eight of Cups is normally, it's normally seen in connection to the Nine, as it's the journey towards the Nine. It's time to leave certain things behind to move forward. But this is reversed. So I don't think, whatever this travel is, it's something that you are not going to necessarily be looking forward to. So this is potentiality in planning holidays. Sorry, not potentiality in planning holidays. This is your present kind of attitude. This is the potentiality. This is the planning holidays. And this is when it's going to be a very emotional purpose for traveling. Right? A very emotional purpose for traveling. So I don't know whether you've got friends or family abroad, or friends or family that are far from you, but it feels like you're going to need to go. This doesn't feel like a wedding or a christening. This feels almost like somebody's going to be poorly and need looking after. Someone could like fall and break an ankle and not be as mobile, something along those sort of lines. But the whole process is linked in with this Nine of Swords, with this whole not being able to sleep, not being able to get your head around it all, because of this sort of nightmare vision, if that makes sense. Hopefully, this is not a spread I tend to use very often at all, which is why I keep forgetting the potentiality word. But hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. Let me just click on the live. Let me have a look. But yeah, hopefully you got all of that, Deb. Thank you ever so much for your question. Yeah, thank you very much for your question. I hope that helps. And I'm going to move on to the next super chat. We've had another super chat come in from, hang on, I've done Lioness, I've done Nanette, I've done Code Deb. That one. I've got another super chat in from Lioness. So Lioness, a general love reading, please. Okie dokie, we'll do that for you now. So then Wispy. Hint, everybody, after this one, I've got one reading for Crystal Rose. So between Lioness and Crystal Rose will be the next giveaway, the last part of the giveaway. So stick around. But we are going to close the taking on new messages now, because we've only got 15 minutes left and I've got 2 readings to get in. So but hang around for the next part of the giveaway, because it's the tarot-y giveaway. Right then, Lioness, a general reading for love. So then Wispy, Lioness would, these are really slidey cards, really slidey cards. Lioness would like to have a general love reading, please. A general love reading. That's what we're looking for. These are really slidey cards. Look, see what I mean? Super slidey, right? If multiples drop, that's not a message. That's my shuffling. That's what we've established over the months and years that we've been doing this with Wispy. So, here we go. One more go round. Oh, that's my shuffling. You saw me do it. There we go. Somebody commented or sent something, I can't remember, it might be a year ago. That's how my memory's working at the moment. But somebody said, why do you say one more round or one more go round when you keep shuffling 4 more like shuffly blocks? And I said, well, because that's what I call it. A round of shuffling is like 4, if that makes sense. Right then, so a general love reading for Lioness. We're going to go again. I think we're going to go with, let's do, oh, shall we do an inverted? Let's do an inverted. Come on, we'll do an inverted. Let's play dangerously. So Ace of Wands in the present vibes, in the energy leading up to, yes, Jesus, the Strength card in the present vibes, and the future vibes, the 2 of Cups. But the 2 of Cups is reversed, but that's okay. That's okay. We've got the connective tissue and the root cause. I'm going to leave that way up. Right then, let's have a look. Where did I put my cards? Put them on there. Right then, so on the surface of the past, present, future, we've got the most recent past, the Ace of Wands reversed. So have you had to start again in love and in relationships and things like that? Do you have to do that? Because it feels very much, Lioness, like the Ace of Wands is a new start in terms of building your confidence up and kind of building your confidence, building up your recovery from something, and kind of building yourself up to be a bit stronger, if you like. I mean, literally strength. So there's been a lot of upheaval, but this wasn't your doing. So I don't think your previous relationship, I don't think you were like, that's it, I'm over, I can't stand your smelly feet anymore, I'm out. I don't think it was that. It feels very different to that. It feels like you were kind of, I don't know whether they did the dirty on you or whether, somebody just decided to scarp her, but it feels very much like you've largely healed from that. But now you're still in the process of building yourself back up, because we've got the Strength card reversed here. Now, when I talk about Strength card, this card is obviously Beauty and the Beast. But the way that the Strength card normally is normally depicted, we've got the fine maiden putting her hand into a lion's mouth to pull a tooth or to take a claw, a thorn out of his paw. But in this case, obviously, it's just Beauty and the Beast. Don't read too much into that. But what we are talking about, I mean, unless your other half was a beast, you know what I mean? The ex-partner was a beast. But what this is talking about is that strength it is there, but I think you've really been knocked. I think your strength, your feeling of love and romance and all of that, I think it has been really, really knocked for six, and you're still in this rebuilding phase. I think you're learning to get your strength back, but you are getting your strength back. I don't think you're there yet, if that makes sense, because in the future, we've still got the Two of Cups playing a role here. And the Two of Cups, as you can see, this card is supposed to be Romeo and Juliet. And it's when it's reversed, it's almost like you, on the one hand, you want love right now, but on the other hand, I don't think that you particularly want a partner, if that makes sense. It's like you want to feel that love, but you're not ready to open up and trust another person to let them into your life in terms of a relationship, because that strength isn't there yet. Do you see what I mean? So it's almost like you're in love with the idea of being in love right now, but you're not at a place where you can deal with that person or a person coming in and saying, hey, do you know what, Lioness, I really like you, let's, you know, take it to the next level and let's do this and let's do that. I don't think you're there yet, my darling. I think it's still a work in progress. Now, in the connective tissue, hang on, let me just make sure I don't reverse that one accidentally. The connective tissue, we've got the Tower coming up between the Ace of Wands and the Strength card. I do think, and again, that's the usual Tower. I do think that whatever this was, whatever this relationship ended, I think it was almost afterwards, after the relationship sort of ended. Not only did you start rebuilding, but I think you found things out after the relationship was over. So whether this person was cheating, whether they were stealing, whether they were just being a downright dirty bastard or whatever it is, it feels very much like after, when you started repairing yourself and your confidence, is when the truth came out, because this is connecting the rebuild to, excuse me, to this growing strength. So it kind of feels like you've got the knowledge now, if that makes sense. Partly because I didn't even realize this is also a major card. You've got the Moon, and this is your strength into the Two of Cups. Now, I didn't even see what this card was, so it's really amazing that I was talking about not trusting, because I don't know whether there is somebody in your life right now that you're potentially looking at as a future romantic partner. If there is, I think you are going against your own intuition about trusting them. And I think that you need to try, whatever this event was, it's pulled the rug from under you so much that you don't even trust your own instincts anymore. And I think that is what is linking to this idea of this Two of Cups still being around, this influence still being there. And this can be really difficult to deal with in terms of getting, you know, allowing a new partner to come into your life, or somebody else to come in that way. Because it almost feels like even if you think you can trust them and think you can, you know, be with them, it kind of feels like you go, oh no, I can really trust you, but in the back of your head is that nagging, well, I thought I could trust this one over here, and actually I was proved wrong then as well. Do you know what I mean? Underlying all of this, though, we've got the High Priestess, another major card. Jesus, I know the veil is thin, but we're dealing with a lot of major arcanas tonight. So the High Priestess, when she's reversed, she is a very difficult person to deal with, a very hard person to deal with. She's quite, I'll say it, she can be quite damaged at times, because the priestess has to be kind of above. She has to be the spiritual leader. In this depiction, she looks almost like the Hierophant. This image of the High Priestess, though, I mean, I know it's also kind of like, I keep joking, this is like how I'm going to end up looking once I've lost a whole bunch of weight. But anyway, this priestess is really, she's a dictatorial priestess. When she's reversed, it's almost Queen of Swords energy, because it's saying that it's kind of cutting off your nose to spite your face. So I think whatever this relationship was, when we follow the pattern down, this forced start for you to rebuild, not only has it taken away pulled the rug from under you, taken away everything that you thought was. So up is down and down is up, and you know the sky is green and the grass is purple. But also it's led directly to this element with the high priestess of feeling shut down, shutting down all of these different elements and kind of doing things by the book. That's why when we go back up, we haven't got the moon element coming into that intuition. You're denying that intuition, and it's almost like you really want to be in love, but you can't trust anybody to love you back. Does that make sense? I really hope that that gives you some I really hope that that gives you an idea of the what's it called? I really hope that that gives you an idea of the way things are likely to go and what's underneath all of that, because it really does feel like this high priestess is the key. And if you can find a way to get around this high priestess energy, which would be to kind of try and regain that faith, try and regain that trust in whatever that is, whether it's a higher power, whether it's your friends, whether it's family, just start to try and build that trust back in. And then that will, because this hasn't happened yet. So it's quite simple, you know, it's quite possible that you can still reverse this. And in which case this Two of Cups energy comes in, because it kind of feels, I always say, but that is going to be your reading, Lioness. So I do hope that helped. But I do always say that, you know, for some people, you could have the love of your life knocking on your door like that. And if you're not in the right position to open the door and let them in, you're not going to let them in, even though it's your perfect love of your life, your soulmate, your partner, you know, that one special. If you're not in the right place, you're not going to recognize that. But yeah, I hope that helps, my darling. And with that, I'm going to move on to the last question, which is from Crystal Rose. So then Crystal Rose wants to know, what do my ancestors want to know? Right then, I did say just before that I will do the last of the giveaways in between these two readings. So go ahead, put your number between 1 and 100 for the last giveaway bundle. It's the tarot bundle. I will show you what it all is, and I will pick the winner after this reading from Crystal Rose. Okay, so go ahead, put your question into the live chat. No, sorry, I say that on automatic, you see. Go ahead and put your number between 1 and 100 into the live chat if you would like to be into it with the final chance to win in the giveaway. And I'm going to write the number down now. Let me put it. Where can I'll tell you what, hang on, let me write the number. We'll go. There you go. I've written it down, and I'm going to pop it in. Whoops, a daisy. I'm going to pop it. Here we go. Look, I'm going to put it inside that book on here so you can all see it. It's there, right? So you know I can't change it. So go ahead, put your numbers into the live. And Crystal Rose, this is your reading. Wispy, this is the final reading for tonight. And Crystal Rose would like to know, what does her ancestors want Crystal Rose to know? So then we'll do a 7-card. Oh, I'm gonna have to move that, aren't I? Right, we'll do. Will it go there? There we go. You can still see it at the top of the screen. Look, we'll do a 7-card reading, a horseshoe reading about. Do we do a horseshoe reading? Yeah, we'll do a horseshoe. Or do we want? No, we'll do the horseshoe reading, Crystal Rose. We'll do the horseshoe reading. Right. Here we go, Wispy. This is the drop. There we go. Right. Okay, so we're going to go slightly over time, but hopefully that's okay, mods. If you need to head off, head off. Right then, so horseshoe. Oh, let me just move that microphone slightly. There we go. Past, present, influence, challenge, ooh, advice or awareness of others, the advice and the outcome, standard horseshoe, right? Donnie Darko there, look. So in the past position, you're basically being told you're a bit of an ice cream, right? It feels like there's been some issues in the past that you have perhaps, I don't want to say emotionally shut down from, but it feels very much like, because we've got this Elsa image, I know that that's leading me down this sort of, there go my glasses, down this ice cream narrative. But it does actually feel, because of the Queen of Swords, like she is a cold-hearted bitch. Bear with me, I'm just going to select my coffee 1 second. She is quite cold-hearted. She is quite aloof. And she's quite a, again, very similar, as I was talking about earlier with the High Priestess. It's a very similar vibe that I get from them, except the Queen of Swords is almost, if she was a Game of Thrones character, she would probably be Cersei. Does that make sense? If she was to dress up, I mean, she's trying to be all lovely and sweet here, but it's very much Cersei type energy. It's that quite controlling, quite domineering, but also quite cold-hearted. And so I don't know whether this is, your past sort of actions, or whether this is somebody in your life has kind of been that way. Does that make sense? It feels like it could be a reaction to you, and maybe a little warning of saying, actually, I don't think this is you. I think this is somebody else. I think this is somebody else. Okay, Wispy, we don't want mediumship tonight, but I do think this is somebody else. I think this is somebody more around a layer up, so a generation above. So it could be aunt, mum, sister, grandparents, something like that. It's kind of, it's an old, slightly older person to you, but she's very, very cold, very, very cold hearted. Anyway, also dark haired, not blonde, dark haired. And also not wearing glasses, but yeah. Right, in the present, the Knight of Wands. This is talking about having that, again, teenage rebellious energy. So this is very much you, I believe. I'm not saying that you're a teenager, but this is how you are kind of, how you are dealing with, oh, hang on, how you're dealing with this person, or how you're dealing with the absence of this person. Okay, Wispy, don't try and overload my brain. If you know who this is instantly, right, then this is a reaction to this person. This is how you are getting over their influence. Oh, right, okay. It's the ancestors bit, isn't it? It's the ancestors bit. Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. Oh. I think that this is, whoever this person is, this ice queen, I think you can take it, and it's the reaction to that, is how you are dealing with the runoff almost from that. Where's the bloody Wheel of Fortune animation? Have I moved it? I can't have moved it. I'm looking for my animation. There it is. Right. In the influence, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. And again, this is all about risk versus reward, and what you are prepared to put online, or to put on the line, as I should say. What are you prepared to risk? Because it kind of feels like at the moment, linked in with this person, the risk is not worth the reward, right? It's not worth it. There's too much negativity going on with some of these cards, some of these reversals, to get involved with whatever this is. I know that the impetuousness of wanting to go ahead and prove yourself, because that's where this is coming from. I don't know why you have to prove yourself to someone, but it feels very much like that's what you're trying to do, even though I don't think you're going to get the outcome that you want by doing that, because we've also got here in the pentacle, in the challenge position, sorry, we've got the page of pentacles. Now pages are very youthful energy, very childlike energy, and pentacles is that work, career, finances. So this is all about that work effort going on. I think that there is an issue here around is it I don't know if there's a will, or if this is about some sort of financial element that you've been promised, or you've been denied. Whatever it is, it's going to be a blockage. Whatever this money issue is, or overspending, childlike spending, it could be, that is going to be the blockage, right? That is the challenge that you need to overcome here. The Page of Wands comes up as well, so there's a lot of youthful energy. So I don't know whether this is actually dealing with children, but I kind of don't think it is, because of the way the cards are falling. The the awareness of other people, how other people see the situation, is that you are, instead of this being a growth and a moment of rebellion and moving forward, they see it as almost a childish fit, right? So they see it as being this really negative kind of like throwing your dummy out, even though for you it's a growth thing. It's standing up for yourself. It's challenging the authority here. We've got the Empress coming in the advice. Now, the Empress as advice is all about that family connection and trying to be that matriarchal kind of that matriarchal figure, I guess. So if this is talking about a family, it's saying that this is now your turn to be the matriarch. Embrace that Empress energy. It's not just talking about like it bringing abundance, because I don't think it does, because we've got this finance element coming in here. But whatever this matriarchy is, it's what you need to do. It's kind of like your role, if that makes sense. And it's talking about having this wider connection with family and people around you that you care about. And then after that, we've got the Three of Cups is your outcome card. Now, the Three of Cups is emotions. Threes are very much about family connections, moving forward with family. It is reversed, so I do think this is going to come about. It might not be blood related family. It's almost like the family of your making. That is kind of what you are building, and I think that's a reaction to this. I think it's a reaction to this cold-hearted bitch. So whatever this is, it's saying you need to be the one to be the warm caregiver, the nurturer, to be able to make space for other people and for yourself to get over this. Don't worry about, or don't expect there to be financial benefits, because I don't think there is going to be. But the outcome here, even though it's reversed, it still is a positive. It's just not going to be the way you expect. And hopefully, my darling, that helps. I mean, whoever this person is with the dark hair, I don't think that she's a particularly loving and friendly and warm person. You don't get what the first two cards mean. Right, so somebody who is icy, or somebody who is a bit cold in your life. So it can be a mother figure, an aunt, a grandparent, somebody who was kind of supposed to be a nurturing influence on you but wasn't. The only other person that the Queen of Swords can be is if this is a workplace, could be because of that pentacle there. If this is a workplace, then she's a very, very strict boss, and this here is almost like you joining the union to create this matriarchal energy over here that came up with that Empress. So if it's something that isn't like directly family related, it's the family at work, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes some sense. Hopefully it does. But that is going to be your reading for today. I hope you can take that, my darling. Dark hair, no glasses. I don't know who that is. But yeah, right. We're over time. I'm so sorry. We're over time. Holland, send me via WhatsApp. Oh no, you can post it in the chat. Send me the YouTube link thing to your live. You don't work. I don't know then, my darling. I don't know. Watch out for whoever this is. Dark hair. It's she's a position of authority over you somehow. She's got a say and a sway in your life. She's very cold-hearted. She's making decisions that are going to impact you. She's giving you more challenges and more hurdles and making your life more difficult than it needs to be. Is your sister dark-haired, quite cold-hearted? I did say sister right at the very beginning. And is your reaction against that, is that Knight of... was it the Knight of Cups? I don't honestly remember, because as I say, I don't normally remember my readings. But that Knight energy, as as a reaction, is you basically building from that cold-heartedness, if that makes sense. So whatever that cold-heartedness is, I mean, you know, I've also got a sibling who is very cold-hearted and well, a total fucking bitch, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, whatever that is, that reaction, it comes in there. So I hope that makes some sense to you, my darling. If your sister is that cold-hearted sort of cow, then yeah, that will be who it relates to. Right then, I did say, I'm just trying to see if I can find where that page is. Where are all the cards gone I put back in the middle of the pack? That's very strange. Where's the Knight? Oh, there it is. Knight of Wands. Yeah, so it's rebuilding your confidence, if that makes sense. Right then, let's have a look then. So on the, hang on a second, let me click back onto the normal camera. On the live, let me go through. I've got the number written down here. The number is 89. So where's all the numbers? 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 Right, here we go. So we've got 25, 5. Oh, Code Deb is 11 away. Redknapp, Seti, you are 3 away. Yep, it looks like Reese, you've won. Reese, you've won. Send me a WhatsApp, not a WhatsApp, Jesus. Send me, is that right? 92. Yes, Reese, you've won. So send me a Instagram with your doodah on it, with your address on it, and I will make sure to get that sent out to you. So you've got the tarot bundle, which comes in a lovely little black bag. It's got a Hanson Roberts tarot deck with a little book as well. It's got a witch casket, and a blue chalice art print. We've got the issue 50 of the Necronomicon with the Halloween special and the tarot journal. And also I'll bung some Halloween chocolates in there as well. And you also get a session, so a 45-minute, because that's all Zoom allows, session with me if you want to talk about the tarot or go over any questions or any of that at some point in the future. So there you go. All 3 giveaways have been done. Thank you so much for everybody for participating. And hopefully we're all now going to go over and watch Holland's video, because they've done... Where's the bloody card box? Holland has done a video. Where's the box? Oh, there it is. Holland has done a video talking about... Halloween as a Samhain ritual from the Druid perspective. So if you'd like to take part in a bit of a group ritual and in a bit of a Samhain special, then go over and check that out. If you go to Curious Holland on the is it Curious Holland or is it Blue Chalice? I hope Holland has I think Holland's probably over there now. So yeah, go over and check that one out. Hang on. I'm not sure whether they've put it in the chat. Hopefully, oh, it's there. Yeah, so it's Blue Chalice. Go over there now. We're all going to go over there and join Holland. Thank you ever so much for joining me, everybody. And that is going to be it from today. Thank you for those of you who asked questions. Thank you for everybody who donated. And I will see you again ever so soon on another stream on Sunday evening. Take care, everyone. And I hope you all have a rather spooky, spooktacular Samhain, Halloween, or whatever you're celebrating. It's Dia de la Mortis in a couple of days' time. And yeah, have a lovely time, and I'll see you on Sunday. Bye-bye.